Hey, do you have any wheels I can borrow?
What?
Just my motor scooter.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, boy.
Is it just me?
Man, that did catch me off guard. Charlie and the motor scooter. Oh my God.
Character at the gas station.
I know it was one of the characters for a split second. And you know what that reminded me of was Abbott and Costello when they're working at the gas station, the bus. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to Late Horror Show. I'm Dino as always. That is Dave Plouffe. Could use a Scooby snack right now. And boy, oh boy, Dave, did Shaggy get his fill of Scooby snacks?
Oh, food galore in these episodes.
Yeah, I mean, Fred kept throwing Scooby snacks and for Scoob, and Shaggy would like jump in the middle and they'd go. So we know that there's something to these Scooby snacks. They're not just dog snacks.
Oh no.
I think we all knew that anyways. Anyways, good to see everybody. We are here for another Sunday evening. Talking with Dino and Dave on Sunday. Here we go. Scooby-Doo episodes 5 and 6. And did you notice something on these two, Dave? The animation. Was it just me? It seemed a little off. Their expressions, the look.
It seemed a little bit more plain, but
yeah, maybe they got new animators or something. I couldn't find nothing on it though. I don't
interesting.
know.
But I do have something to say, at least on the second show, that it was very odd at the end.
Okay,
but we'll go into that.
Yeah, can't wait to hear about that there, you know. But welcome to Zoinks the podcast, or Zoinks the podcast. Man, when I say it like that, it doesn't come out right. Hey, MB is here. Let me say hi to everybody.
Maybe you got a new animator.
What?
Maybe you got a new animator.
Why? What's going on?
When you said Zoinks differently.
Zoinks, Scoob. There we go. That's a little bit better. Listen, I've been out of it, man. I don't know what's going on.
I hear you.
Hey, Alfred. Thank you for the $1.99 super sticker of a pear character putting his hand in front of his mouth while blushing. I don't know what that was. But hello, Sweet Indigo. What's going on? Edward Stewart, Connie, of course. Albert Jacobs, what is going on? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lizzie Armstrong, Horror Junkie for Life. Mr. Ed. Hi, Boy Donuts, Harry Scott. How are you, my friend? Who else is here? Man, I'm belching. Me and my ginger ale. I got to stop drinking ginger ale when we do a show because I'm trying to talk and burp at the same time. Not good. JLR, what's going on? Much love to you, my friend. Man, you guys have been. Some of you guys been here a long time on the channel. Much love to each and every one of you. I think I said Mr. Ed, Lizzie Armstrong. Raj Ram, what's going on? Good to see you. I think Nathan, good to see you. Yeah, where is everybody? What's going on? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's start talking. What's going on, Dave? How you doing? Everything good? You got coffee going on?
I got
coffee. You talk about it. What kind of coffee is that, Dave?
I just finished. This is Trader Joe's Colombian Select Coffee.
Oh, nice.
Very similar to Hennigan's, the no tell, no smell scotch.
Hennigan's. Yeah,
but I did want to say, as I got into my favorite coffee mug, there we go, from Don's Nursery Corporation, which does not exist anymore and probably hasn't in 25 years. This coffee cup had since 1988.
Really?
It is my favorite coffee cup. I got it when I was working at this nursery in Pasadena, and it's kept with me more than anyone else has. So I absolutely love this coffee cup.
Is the coffee that old too? I mean, you're going to be all right?
Maybe the plant the coffee came from.
Oh, okay. Well,
and yes,
I would think so, right? Yeah.
I hope so.
The cocoa tree. No, what's it come from? Come on, Dave.
The Arabica tree?
Arabica tree. There you go. Hey, Ezra, what's going on? star in the making here. We'll be the judge of that. Let's see what kind of show you got coming out. No, much love to you, Ezra. Thanks for being here, man. Black Roses, what is going on? Good to see you. Yeah, I think Ezra, his sci-fi show will be dropping pretty soon. Yeah, so can't wait to hear about that. But anyways, here we go, Scooby-Doo. Let's start off. Unless you got something else to say before we start talking about this.
Only one thing I just saw. Horror Junkie for Life says, "Show us the kitty." She is across the room from me, rolled up in a blanket, asleep.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's cold here.
But really, how cold is it there, Dave?
It is like 58.
Oh, it's warmer here.
Wow.
Warmer? Yeah. We've been close to 70, almost 75 one day, and yeah, so far so good. Gigi, what is going on? Good to see you. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Yeah,
we're about 3 days away from a 70-degree day.
Trailer will be out in 2 months. Can't wait, Ezra. Very, very cool. Always wish the best of luck to you with all of that
Ezra in Las Vegas, if I remember correctly? Or was he just shooting there?
I can't remember. Ezra, you in Las Vegas? Is that where you're shooting this? Yeah, we'd like to know. Anyways, where are you shooting this sci-fi?
Because I may drive up there on Thursday. I'm off next week, by the way.
You can go meet him for some Arabica. It's 78 degrees right now, Horror Junkie. Wow. Okay.
Or some bourbon or something.
Hi, Dino and Dave. I pulled up season 1 on Max thinking that I could follow what you guys were talking about, and it turns out they have different episodes. Really? No, that's where I'm watching it, Gigi. So I don't know.
I have the DVD, so.
Do you? Oh, for Scooby-Doo, where are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in Las Vegas. There you go.
Awesome. Living and shooting. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, you know, most spaceships are in Las Vegas, you know, UFOs.
There. When you actually leave Las Vegas and come back to Los Angeles, in Baker, there is a UFO beef jerky place. That is amazing. It's literally a UFO has crashed into the building, and it's just
what?
I think it's called, what is it called? The
Jerky?
Alien Outpost or something like. Oh, it is like Beef Jerky City.
So it's come get your alien meat here.
Alien beef jerky. Yes.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Brian Lansgrim, what is going on?
Jerky.
Dave is telling us about an alien meat store is what. Can you go in there and you say the secret word, which I'm not going to say anything about right now, but you know, then they'll go back and they'll get the old aged meat from the Roswell crash. That's so awful. I don't even know what to say anymore. Oh my God, Dave, you send me a link and I got some flashing stuff going anywhere. Alien fresh jerky. Weed killer hot beef jerky. What?
It's great.
Weed killer?
I mean, look, dude, like you should.
I'm not eating that.
You should see the cars parked in front of this place. They even have really cool things where there's like a broken down cab and there's aliens driving the cab.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
They're really
Hey, Vicky Alcorn is here. Hey, long time no see. Valencia, what is going on? Been a while too. Good to see you. Wow. Gonna have a stream overnight tonight. So good mix of shows. You guys are gonna love it. So meet up after this show at 10 o'clock for the overnight. And
Gigi, this is actually 1969 is what we're on.
Yeah, Gigi, this is Scooby-Doo. Where are you? There are so many different Scooby-Doo animated series and cartoons, and this is the original Scooby-Doo. Where are you?
Yes,
from 1968, and I forget 4 seasons or how many seasons were there? 3 seasons. Well, there you go. But yeah, Scooby-Doo, where are you, Gigi? So you can follow along. But this is Season 1, Episode 5, Decoy for a Dognapper is what we got.
And there are a total of 42 episodes of the original season, of the 3 seasons, I should say. Yes, and so that will mean we're going to do this kind of like Kolchak for another whole like year and 3 months, maybe. So, It'll be a lot of fun. So thank you all for watching. We'll start with Scooby walking down the street. And
can I just say the opening sequence like this? And Valencia just popping on the. Thank you, Valencia. Good to know you're still always out there. It starts off weird because it's daytime, and it feels more like a Looney Tunes a little bit because of the funny comedy daytime and the dogs, the other characters that come in at this point. Am I wrong? That's what I felt like. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a little bit different.
Don't
And
make me look like an idiot, Dave. Agree with me.
I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Oh, okay, thank you.
We've never disagreed.
No, that's true. Well, I don't know about that, but okay. We've never disagreed. We both loved The Prisoner. You know that?
Right behind you. Far behind you, but right behind you.
Nice, Scoop. Okay. Anyways, lots of fun stuff to talk about this, but yeah, that's what it felt like for me. But go ahead. Lots of female dogs at the beginning.
Oh man,
what are they called again? No, shush, Dave.
All right.
Okay.
So,
oh, jeez.
Get us banned, or at least never mind.
No,
so anyway, just walking down the street.
I got a close shave with the nice razor, the long one. When it's the Old West barbershop, and bring it out, and he's went all the way. Yeah, hot towel and everything, Dave. Okay, go on. I'm messing you up there. Go on.
Scooby's walking down the street. That's
how awesome was it that do you know how good Scooby can speak English?
I love, or later he translates English into dog language. So hang on for that, William.
Yes, he does.
So
he's got to translate for the gang to the other dogs.
He's walking down the street, minding his own business, and then all of a sudden he runs into a deer sculpture. It's like, oh, didn't see that coming. And then this lady walks by with a poodle, and Scooby is like turned on. He is like, this is amazing. This is the most beautiful poodle I've ever seen. Grab some of the dandelion flowers, so he's going to give her some flowers and everything. And
were they dandelion flowers?
I don't know what they were.
What's
just flowers? They were wildflowers.
Yeah, well, those are weeds, Dave.
Yeah, and so he gives.
And they look nice, all yellow in the yard, but once they get the little, seedlings and they're all white and flying around. Yeah. Anyways, go on.
But he even says hello to her. And I just cracked up.
And again, all the words Scooby. I mean, you can get
a bark. It was a hello.
Oh my god! And the old woman takes the dog behind the bushes. Wait a second, that don't sound good either.
That sounded really bad.
This is this is going sideways.
Yeah, just when Raj comes in too. But the woman, the voice of the woman, is Wilma Flintstone.
Is it?
Yes, I don't know if you knew that. Little fun fact.
Very cool. Very cool. Was she credited?
She is credited. Yes.
Jean Vanderpill. Okay. Princess's owner, Jean Vanderpill. Yes. Wilma Flintstone. I really need to revisit the Flintstones. It's such a fun show. Dave don't like it. Let's move on. But yeah, she takes the dog behind it's not behind the bush.
I'm much more of a Jetsons person, and that's fine because Jean was Rosie the robot on the Jetsons.
Yes, that's true. Yes, that's also a good show. Anyways, so yeah, and all of a sudden she gets jumped. The poor old lady gets jumped.
Yeah,
good thing she survived.
Barely.
Yeah, I mean she was pretty elderly.
And she screamed, my princess, they've taken her.
Looked like Tweety, the grandma on Looney Tunes. Maybe a little bit taller, maybe a little bit more svelte for an 80-year-old. Dave. Okay, I'm dying here. Okay, go, Dave, go.
All right, so the next scene is the gang all hanging out on the beach like a normal beach party, right?
Oh yeah. Then
Tunes.
we're on to the swinging 60s.
Shaggy and Velma are dancing, and then Scooby comes running up and he turns the radio.
Well, wait, does Daphne and Fred, I wanted to ask you this. I mean, they're not a couple, I don't think, but
No,
they're always the ones dancing together. Uh-oh. Criminal?
I
Neighbor?
don't know. I saw a flash by the window. Maybe it was an alien.
Oh,
Heard that
gee.
we were talking about beef jerky.
Paranormal experience right here on camera. Oh, boy.
And
Let's see if we can make one of the reels, the news reels. Is that what we... Fox 8 News, Dave Plouffe doing a stupid show on Sunday on the Late Late Horror Show.
and
Sees a bright light, misses 5 minutes of his time. Oh my God, the show's half over. I think something happened, Dave.
maybe. And so Brian says, I was born in 1960. All of these are in my wheelhouse. 100% guarantee, agree with you.
Nice.
As a kid, I loved watching Scooby-Doo. It was like the best thing ever.
Of course. I mean, that's why we're doing this. I mean, Scooby-Doo is just fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Freddie and Daphne. Hey, Shakedown, what's going on? They look like they're the ones always dancing and, together at the beach. Hey, what's going on? I'm Fred. Yeah, I'm Daphne. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And Shaggy's off laying in a blanket. And Velma, sometimes I don't know what's going on with Velma. I mean, did they even show her? I don't think she was there. But anyway, Scooby does come over, and he knows how to change the radio too.
Yes, he does. And he's all like, hey, guys, listen to this. And the news report says that, hey, we got a dog napping. And, Fred says, hey, guys, we've got our next mystery.
Well, and it's not the first dog napping, because first you're hearing the music, and then he's trying to tell them, and Shaggy's going, what dog? What dog? What do you got? Anyways, he wasn't saying that. But then Scooby changes the channel to the right channel, right where the news is broadcasting right at the right time.
Yes.
And we find out that Buck Masters has a prize-winning Great Dane. And that was the first one that was dog napped. And he, instead of wanting the dog back, he's going to put up a $500. Well, I mean, I guess he wants the dog back, but he's putting up a $500 reward, Dave.
Which in 1969.
I know. I guess that was a good amount of money for a
about
dog.
$5,000 today.
Oh, so yeah, that's pretty good for a dog. Yeah, $5,000. Well, that's how much you pay for a purebred.
I don't know.
Yeah, I looked into purebred German Shepherds. Love them. Yeah. I want like 3 German Shepherd, purebreds, and, on a leash that I got, tied to my body. And, I'd want to walk down the street, and just look. Okay, let's move on. Okay, enough, Dino. Let's talk about the show. So, the $500 with then Buck Masterson, and which is a Great Dane, Dave.
Yes. And they go and see Buckmasters.
Yes.
Which is an awesome Western name, by the way. What's your name? Buckmasters.
Buckmasters
That's like a whole TV show title right in itself.
Buckmasters.
And I don't know if you saw, like, behind him, he had pictures of dogs, like silhouettes of dogs, and a couple of them actually had ribbons on them.
Yes.
When he was sitting in his office, and he's all
seemed a little sketchy.
What was sketchy was when he told the kids, he's all, you know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about Bob Miller's Great Dane. I'll bet you that's the next one that's going to get taken. Yeah. But Bob, I've already called him, by the way. Bob walks his dog on Beach Street at 7 p.m. in front of the police station. Just like, that's a little bit too much information. Something's going on there.
And he's breeders over 1,000 back in the day. Definitely something going on. He's a little fishy. So the gang's gonna end up. They're on the case. Yeah. So, and what I love is all of a sudden we're in the mystery machine, Dave.
We are,
and we get to see, because they're going to come up with a plan.
Yes.
But it looks like they're on the bridge of the Enterprise. They've got gadgets and screens and, satellite stuff going on, and I'm just like blown away by what they got in the back of that mystery machine, which we haven't seen before. And honestly, I couldn't ever remember that being back there. I thought it was always just a bunch of junk.
Or an empty shell where they're eating.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
In future episodes, don't we have like Shaggy and Scoop like just like leaning back there, waiting and talking?
I remember them fishing in a whiskey barrel type of thing.
Okay.
As the guys are driving down the street, they've got their like hooks into the fish in the barrel.
I forget that's the Fellowship of the Rings, where I think all the hobbits, fall into the river.
I'm not sure, but Kathy's going to check out if we don't say hi to her.
Oh, Kathy. Oh, where are you at?
Popped in briefly to say hi. Ice storm, no power, so rotating generator. So.
Oh no! Sorry to hear that, Kathy. No power. By the way, was that the name of the movie? Ice Storm. Yeah, Sigourney Weaver was in that. A fantastic film. Very sad, but fantastic film. Well, good you're here. You got a rotating generator, so she'll be here for the show.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope. We're entertaining the family. Kathy and her family. Well, they might be out doing something. Who knows? I don't know, Kathy. I don't know what's going on, really. I come here and I'm just talking in the mic. Go ahead, Dave.
All right. Well, so Fred's come up with his transmitter, and he's going to put it in a collar of a decoy dog. And then Shaggy comes up. Who's going to be the decoy?
Rolling over here.
That was my favorite line of the entire episode of this first one.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. And it's just a little round blue, like ruby type thing. That's the transmitter to find out where the decoy is going to go. And of course, we find out that it's going to be Scoob. But they're coaxing him. This is where we start to get the coaxing of the Scooby snacks. And he throws it at Scoob, and Shaggy jumps and it lands in his mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shaggy really loves the Scooby snacks.
He does. They're definitely edibles.
I wish they knew it. Well, they're edibles. Let's just stop there. Yeah, because I was going to say, sorry, Dave. Eyes rolled back in the head. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Scooby's going to get a bath. He's going to get a brand new collar. And
it's a red one too with blue. That doesn't go right on the Great Dane.
No, it doesn't. And what bothered me more was the next scene where Shaggy, in a trench coat, fake mustache, and a hat, is walking down the street, walking this dog. And it's like, is Shaggy in disguise too, to be this Bob Miller person? And he looked like something between Humphrey Bogart and a flasher. So it really
good. That's a good description because
concerned me.
Yeah, and Kathy says it's been out since last night. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Thanks for stopping by for sure, but hopefully you get your electricity back on real soon. Anyways, Shaggy looked so weird, and that was the perfect thing. Like Humphrey Bogart, Sherlock Holmes, and a flasher, because he's got that hat on and he's got that long trench coat, and he just looks odd. Like if he's walking a prize-winning Great Dane, he most certainly didn't look it. But
correct.
Yeah, because they're trying to pull that Dognapper out, which they do. But
before they do that, they pull out a stray. So there's this like really small, like attractive dog, not a poodle, but some small dog. Yeah. And she's all, well, hey, big boy, how are you? And like,
oh, is that the pink little nut or something?
Yeah, she was. And so Scooby's like, hey there. And Shaggy's all, oh no, we got to stick to business tonight. And he's all, okay. And he like disses the little pink dog. And the dog got all pissed.
Yeah, pissy dog. Yeah.
And she's all, I'm going to make you dirty. And she's like going through the trash and kicking trash his way. And Shaggy's trying to block it and, capture everything.
Pardon me, Shakedown. It's a derby. You are correct. I think that is the type of hat that Shaggy had on.
All right.
Boy, pretty rough shakedown.
But then we're walking the dog, and you hear this van start up, and it's the mystery machine. And that's where I was.
No.
It's the mystery machine without the mystery machine vehicle and people. It's the evil people, but it's the mystery machine.
It was the Dognapper.
It was the Dognapper, but they had the exact same van as the mystery machine.
Was it? Did I miss?
Yes. Huh. It was the exact same silhouette. And I'm like, this is stupid.
But it didn't have the design on it.
No, nothing like that. This was literally just because they started up and then there's smoke everywhere. And I'm like, they're reusing footage from one of the earlier episodes.
Well, I mean, it could be. They used what? Those cells, those animated cells.
You know, those are a lot to, create. But
yeah.
Anyway, starts up, smoke everywhere, needs to get a smog check.
Shaggy says, smoke! Smoke!
And all you see are
what?
Pair of scissors come out.
Yeah.
Cuts the leash. Scooby's gone.
Yes, he's been dog napped, is what has happened. Yeah,
right in front of us,
and takes off with Scoob, and that's where we come up with what Dave said at the beginning of the show. Go with Charlie,
as you would, you freak out when you're a dog owner. My dog's gone, and Shaggy's running. I'm going to get you, Scoob, and he's all, "Hey, Charlie, do you have any wheels I can borrow?"
He's at a gas station. There's a gas station there, one of the old style gas stations, and Charlie's there. And yeah, Shaggy asks, is there something I can use? And he goes, just my motor scooter. And he goes, I mean, it doesn't, don't even show him jump on it. It's just, and he goes off.
He's gone. Like even by the time he says yes, boom.
Charlie had 2 seconds of screen time. Poor Charlie.
But then we also see back to Command Central, the mystery machine has this new thing on top.
Yeah.
That is catching all of the
signals
from the transmitter. And Velma's going, hey, this, I think they got Scoob because this transmitter's moving really quick.
Exactly. So they're tracking them down. But yeah, I saw an excellent, very cool, Edward. And I don't know what Raj meant. Dave, is that true? I need to rewatch that.
I think he was just talking about the mystery machine silhouette. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're getting ready to track down Scooby, and yeah, I loved when he yelled. Again, you can hear Scooby in the vehicle as he's being taken away. Go, oh, her hell, Again, him saying these words and talking throughout these episodes were cracking me up. Like he literally was saying, for help, in his way, help. And I'm just going, what the heck is going on? But they end up chasing it. They pick up Shaggy and they're chasing him. And they're chasing down the street in the mystery machine. And all of a sudden it goes.
Yet.
Wait, we're not there yet?
Well, they don't pick him up yet because we run into Geronimo.
Oh, well, that's what I was getting to. Yeah. But he's running along the side of the road as the mystery machine's chasing after.
Yeah, they are separate at this time, but he's going to crash because he sees the Indian.
Yes. Hey, Chad Farr, what's going on? Good to see you. It's called cheap editing, Dino, Mr. Ed. Yep, that's what it's called. All right. So yeah, there's a ghost, and boy, Dave, when we get to like how they're doing all of this inside, it's kind of a trip, and I don't know how. But we'll wait till we get there. We're almost there. These are only 20 minutes each, and we get through an episode pretty quickly. But what?
It's a 20-minute episode. We're at 29 minutes right now. We're about halfway through.
Yeah, we don't get through it too quickly. But anyways, well, we gotta have fun with it, right?
Totally.
I mean, that's what these shows are all about. We're talking about.
It's hanging out with our friends Sunday night.
Exactly. We're talking about episode 5 and then 6 here, but we're just having fun. These are fun. But yeah, chasing Geronimo, it's a ghost, and Yeah, I think that's where do we go from there, Dave? What's going on?
Well, it just kind of made me laugh a little bit when it's Geronimo, and that's something you normally do when you jump,
Yeah.
like with a bike or something like that. At least we did as kids. Um,
Hey,
but
J.O.B. What's going on? What kind of gas mileage do you think the Mystery Machine gets? Probably not good. Good.
no, he's probably leaked oil too, being in the 60s.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
But
Wood muffler, everything. Yeah.
Scooby gets, he gets put in a crate, and the crate gets delivered to this basically adobe, and they slide it open.
Well, it's a big cave area. It's like
it's a cave area, and there's a lot of dogs in crates that have bars on it, so it looks like a dog prison.
yeah, we're going to find out that where they're at actually is an old Pueblo Aztec type city or village in the side of a mountain.
Yes,
is what it. And when
that no one ever knew about or goes to.
Right, but it's there, wide open. You can see everything, and the way they get there when we get to it is just unbelievable too. But yeah, you see a bunch of like bars and set into the concrete, the cave, whatever it is, the walls. Got a bunch of dogs there, man. And
I don't know if you saw on top of one of the dog cells, there was a box of generic dog food.
no, I
It
didn't.
just cracked me up. It was like Acme dog food.
The little stuff, yeah. No, that's hilarious. But yeah, they're in the hideout. I think Velma picked up the arrow and said, "Well, that may be a ghost, but this is a real arrow."
The tomahawk first.
The tomahawk.
Yeah, we got the tomahawk. So it's like, hey, this ain't fake.
Ron Sylvia says, "Y'all stay safe and have a wonderful new week ahead." Thank you very much. You do the same. Edward Stewart definitely leaked oil. Yeah.
And I was thinking also the Mystery Machine probably took regular.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, yeah. No, didn't need premium, I wouldn't think. Let's see. Gigi says, "Don't forget to contribute to the episode by liking it. And when it is over, you can always come back and make a comment. Really, I've been preaching that for several years now, Gigi. Thank you very much. Some people do. Thank you. Much love." Okay,
so we open up the crate with Scooby, and the guy who opens it is wearing this, like, I put down a tiki mask. I don't know what,
Yeah, it's like some kind of Aztec mummy garb type.
Yeah, they call later in the episode they call him a witch doctor.
Yeah,
so,
something like that. It's a weird kind of mask. But yeah, something that the Pueblos, Aztecs, or something like that. Pueblos and Aztecs are different, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So
Pueblos are Southwest America.
Yeah, I'm butchering that history. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. It's for Scooby-Doo's sake.
If the Aztecs stop watching our stream, it's.
But the thing is, he knows right away that this is the wrong dog.
It's not a prize-winning dog. How can you mistake this much? And Scooby's all.
I forget what dog he said it was. He said the name of the dog. It was like Red something, but the prize-winning dog. But it doesn't really matter. We don't need to talk about the name of the dog. I'm just like, maybe Dave wrote it down.
I didn't.
No.
But he tells his accomplice, his henchman,
yeah,
put him on a cart and drive him down the hill.
It's a hand cart. We had this in Wild Wild West, the rail cart.
West, yes.
Yeah, it's a hand cart. It's a hand cart. And he's going to just ship him down to the bottom of the hill. Yeah, like you said, get him 20 miles from here. I don't know if it's quite that far, but
No, but it's going to be a quick ride and a one-way ride for Scooby. And do you want to say hello to the mummy and the monkey?
I can say that. Hey, hello there, Mummy and the Monkey. Just when I turned from the chat, hello you meddling kids. And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you. Good to see you, the Mummy and the Monkey. Yeah, you guys got to always check them out Friday nights with their horror hosting. Always do a great job with the farting. Although I was surprised to see you did Sherlock Holmes with Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce. It's almost sacrilegious to put farts over that movie. But no, I listen. They're awesome. They do some good stuff, and yeah, check out their their Friday night shows. And I like the Harry Scary Hangover that they do afterwards because I get to kind of know everything you're talking about a lot of times because we're from the same area. We grew up in Cleveland, so it's kind of cool. Anyways, Jinkies, here we go. Good to have you in the chat.
All right. So before the henchman kicks Scooby's cart down the hill,
Yeah,
he says, "As a decoy, you're a dud," and I thought that was really rude. You know.
it was it was rude. Yeah.
And then Scooby pulls out his fingernail, makes a little hole, pops his head through. Why not just make a bigger hole on the side and jump out? But no, we got to continue the show. So
Listen, they did a lot of funny things in this episode, and the one that's coming up too. Like, yeah, I mean, how is his fingernail able to cut through like 2-inch thick wood? But yeah, it's a cartoon, Dave. It doesn't need to be.
It was great. It was great. Though.
Oh, 8 a.m. What is going on? I'm a Hanna-Barbera admirer and did work as a Scooby-Doo designer 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
What? But I admire their cartoons. My neighbor drew the Flintstones long ago, and she was my mentor. Oh, really nice.
Oh, that's terrific.
You were a Hanna-Barbera. Wait, hold on. You were a Hanna-Barbera admirer. Did work as
I think maybe it was autocorrective animator.
Okay. Well, he says did work as a Scooby-Doo designer 20 years ago, and then let's stop there. He did work as a Scooby-Doo designer 20 years ago. I would think that means you like it, you enjoyed it, and then you go, and you didn't put it down, but you go, but I admire their cartoons. That I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Okay, anyways, that's very cool, OHAM, and good to have you. That's for sure. Anywho, so he is going on the handcart.
He's going on the handcart. Shaggy jumps on the handcart, tries to pull the brake. It's rusted. And then all of a sudden we hear the train coming. And so we got the train coming the other way. We're on a trestle now. So the mystery machine has to stop.
How do we stop this thing? How do we stop this thing? And they try going in reverse. And
then they try going in reverse. And luckily Fred switches the tracks, and we go on a little offshoot, and luckily Scooby and Shaggy are saved to hunt ghosts another day.
Yepper. And go ahead.
Before they get away totally, Geronimo shows up and shoots an arrow.
He does. And there he is, the ghost of Geronimo again. And but Velma says this is a real arrow. So listen, it's not a real ghost. It's somebody that's they're meddling in their business.
It's factory made.
Yes, it's factory made.
That's when they look up and see that word, that Pueblo
village in the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how they're going to get there, Dave.
How do you get there from here?
You're going to make somehow a slingshot, a 6-foot arrow. I don't know where they get it. Maybe it was in the back of the mystery machine
with the rope.
With rope that's evidently maybe 1,000 yards away, maybe. And they're gonna slingshot it into the side of the mountain and tie it off. And I guess all of them are gonna climb like this, all the way over to the village. But the next thing you know, they're in the village. They don't show it. I wish they would have shown it. That would have been fun, right?
Yes.
Look at Scooby. We need Scooby snacks to get across.
If they're climbing up, right? That arrow's going to go, right when the last person gets up there.
Listen, I thought that was funny. I'm like, this is a very interesting way you're getting to the village. I mean, the people there could have said, the animators, writers, all that could have said, let's just make steps, them walk the giant steps all the way to the top. But no, slingshot.
then the tiki guy shows up again
Tiki.
and starts calling them, quote, pale face intruders.
Pale face intruders, you must leave this place.
And he's
gone.
He's got maracas.
Well, he likes to dance and sing, Dave. He's got Bing Crosby tied up in the back.
Maybe he does. It's 1960.
And Bob Hope. Yeah, and Charles.
No, Charles.
Charles got maracas though. Cha cha cha. Anyways, sorry if I'm missing anything in the chat, but I'm just
There's one thing I'll bring up shortly.
Okay.
Velma says he sure speaks good English for being 1,000 years old.
Yeah, he was speaking American. I wish he would have had like an accent, either Southern accent or like an Italian accent. Italian accent would have been great. You kids get out of here. You get around and you go. That would have been awesome.
That'd be cool. But then there's bats, and the bats fly at them, and they're all freaking out. And Velma loses her glasses. Why she doesn't carry spare glasses, I don't know. But
you know what, Dave? I'm becoming like Fred Sanford.
Uh-oh.
You know because I don't need prescription glasses because I could see a spider or an ant crawling on the wall 15 feet away. But anything close up, Dave, or even the computer screen, I can't see.
No, I got you.
Yeah, you're the same. So I need these readers. But they're made to where a couple weeks you got a little scratch and you don't even know where it came from. And it throws off the whole looking at something.
Do you just have one pair of readers?
Well, this is the point I'm getting to. If I said I'm like Fred Sanford, wouldn't I have a drawer full? I'm digging through them all.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
All right.
They're building up. I'm going to bring them out one day. It's a big bucket of readers.
More readers or more pens?
Oh, definitely more pens.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
anyways.
I just have 3 readers. All 1.5 right now. And
yeah, I'm 1.5, so not bad.
And I always have I have one in the car.
Yeah.
I have one for school.
Yeah.
I have one for home, one over, on my nightstand for reading and stuff like that. And yeah,
Yeah, I think I need specific ones for different areas. Like if I'm in the bed, going to watch something on my tablet or because I don't need it for the TV. I can see the TV, but I like to watch on tablet a lot. Anyways, I need a specific pair just for that, so it doesn't get touched or nothing like that.
Yeah, I got you.
This is the one that gets the most use right now because I'm always in front of the computer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Velma lost her glasses. What the things we talk about?
Tell you. We haven't talked about food yet, but we will.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So the glasses land on Scooby, and of course they're magnified. So Scooby sees this giant bat coming down on him. That was just amazing. And then Velma, she finds this totem pole, right? And so she touches the totem pole, and she's all, "Oh my God!"
She's filling it up, Dave. Totally. She's filling it up, going. And you feel petrified.
Totally.
Oh, and Scoob, what's it? Yeah, no, it was really weird. Yeah, Velma that was interesting to say the least.
Yeah. So then
Scooby's running around with. Oh, go ahead.
She gets her glasses back. We go to the dome building, right? Because every Pueblo has a dome building.
Yeah, I guess we gotta get through this episode. Go ahead.
That's where the flame is, and all of a sudden there's the
flame on.
And again gives us a warning, but then disappears.
Well, he does the old trick, the fire trick, where he appears out of nowhere and the fire comes up again and the wall spins, behind the fire, and he's gone again. And, oh my God, he's disappeared. Daphne gets a kick out of that.
Quick, check for a secret passage.
Daphne's something else. She's a good kid.
That is yet to be determined.
Oh.
Yep. So Daphne sits down on a bench and all of a sudden she disappears.
I'm sorry, Gigi, but
oh, no.
I'm not getting 5 readers for $6.98. No. on Temu. Oh, Gigi, you're cracking me up. Oh, I'm dying. No, that's not the rate to go. You need a good pair of readers, otherwise they'll fall apart in a second. 5 readers for $6.99, but you can only use the readers once. Once you're done reading one paragraph, please change your readers to the next set of readers. God, that's funny. Okay, anyways. Go on, Dave.
Well, we might as well ask, how much do you pay for your readers?
Well, I make sure I get the best pair of readers, and they've got to be the blue screen to stop the light that'll give you headaches and migraines and stuff like that. So,
All right.
yeah, no, it's top of the line. I go straight to Amazon, is what I do. That's where you're going.
So Scooby is searching
No,
around.
actually, you want to know, Dave? It's called Blue Monkey.
All right.
It's a startup company that's been around a while. I believe it was on Shark Tank to begin with, and they got the money to produce these readers, and they are excellent readers for the most part, smudge proof and all that stuff. But eventually, listen, I exaggerated, but like a couple months down the road, you'll get maybe a little scratch if you're laying it down on the table wrong and stuff like that. Otherwise, it'll last for a long time, but they're called Blue Monkey. And
No, I got them. I'm adding them to my wish list. Hold on.
yeah, I recommend it. They're the best ones.
Right.
And I've tried them all. Even the expensive ones at the drugstore, you know. What are Foster Grants? Oh, yeah. No, these are better than even the Foster Grants.
All right.
Okay, so on with the show.
They'll be in the show notes later, people. No.
Oh.
So Scooby's searching around and he finds food. And he's all of a sudden he's going, pudding. You know, like why does a ancient Indian god need pudding? And
are you talking about when he found the food pantry and
yes.
all the food and the dog food and everything? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And Shaggy's
the food
with
bunker. Yeah.
And Shaggy's all, well, I'm going to fix myself a snack. And the right bread goes against the chicken wing, and the chicken wing next to the mayonnaise and all that. So he starts singing the song, and then Scooby finds a little opening. There's a chute. He slides down the chute, as they do in almost every episode. And he winds up sitting next to Daphne, and Daphne's on the ground. She's tied up to a stake. It was really hot. And so, like...
How did I know you were going there? Oh my God.
It was so good. It was so good.
What are you doing, Daphne?
Untie me. And so he unties.
He goes, no, not yet. I'll tell you, everybody in these 2 episodes are being tied up in secret chutes and slides and trap doors. And I mean, this was 10 times. Yeah, this episode and the next.
Definitely.
Yeah. So,
and she's all, after I'm freed, we'll free all the dogs. Okay. And so they let all the dogs go. And then the dogs, all of a sudden, were a gang of dogs. And we are going to get the witch doctor. And they literally tree the witch doctor.
Witch doctor, you tell me what to do. Bada bing bang. You remember that song?
I do.
Okay, yeah, we don't want. Okay, just hey there, WTF horror and sci-fi. What's going on? Okay, he thinks he's going to come in with a different name, and we're not going to call him WTF. Everybody, please call him WTF horror and sci-fi. Okay, anyways, good to see you. Yeah. So, what happens next? I'm asking.
The Unmasking. Tell us who it is.
Listen, I'm just here. What? Is there an unmasking?
Yes.
Okay, so he saves the dogs.
Saves the dogs. They pull off the tiki mask.
The Dognapper is...
Dun-dun-dun. Buckmasters.
Buckmasters. You know, Buckmasters sounds like a good...
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Buckmasters.
I will be in the next movie. Yeah, anyways, come on. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, you blasted kids. That's the last note I took.
He basically stole all of the dogs that could beat his dog. And right before the contest was going to be there, he was going to find his dog and win. And that's going to be the way it went.
Oh no, do you not want to be called WTF anymore? Okay. Instead, call me the old outer limits fan.
And then the dumbest quote of the
Yeah.
entire episode, like they needed an extra 10 seconds or something to meet the minimum. They're all, Scooby's a dog, and we love him.
Oh yes, that going all loving like that on Scooby was just kind of pathetic.
It really was. It did not go with the rest of the show.
No, it was like a Valentine's Day episode. Yeah, it wasn't good. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even know what that means really, but yeah, so we're on to season 1, episode 6. What the heck's going on, Dave? And we might as well talk about what's going on? The unmasking is Buckmasters. Yes.
We have
thanks for that bit of info, Shakedown. I should put that up on the screen, Dave, so everybody understands who the villain was.
Thank you. And Shakedown, I also had a note here. It asked if we are ever going to do talking about the 1960s Batman show.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, listen, we've got so much stuff in the hopper, man. I don't know, but it'd be one to get to. That would be fun. That's for sure. And yes, that dog, that Great Dane, was Big Red. So yes, thank you for that name.
Yes.
I mentioned that earlier, and yeah. The YouTube glitch will be fixed soon, and it will go back to my WTF. Oh, okay. There's a little glitch. Okay. I got you there. So yeah, Dave. Go ahead.
And if you press the thumbs up button, you'll be thumbs up number 50, by the way.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. We're only at 49 thumbs up.
49 thumbs up, but we're only halfway through.
What are we doing here, Dave?
I don't know.
We should just get together and talk on Sundays. I mean, just me and you.
We could.
No, I'm joking. No, okay, yeah, I guess this is the time where we should ask you guys. It's not like I push it or anything like that, but please go ahead and give that a thumbs up. Our show. It's the little button that looks like this down underneath the video. If you got a phone, tap it and you'll see it. But hit that like button, comment, check out the description, all that good stuff. But man, we like to hit. Here, I gave myself 1, so we're at 50.
Thank you.
And Dave, what do we got coming up here? Because next week's a biggie.
I'm glad you asked. Next week is the X-Files season 1, episode 2. I can't wait to see how we do because we're right under 2,000 views on our first X-Files that we did a month ago.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
I am still a fan of Peggy from that episode, and she reached to her friend in the hospital. But
good old Peggy, yeah.
Oh my gosh, such a great episode! I can't wait to see what episode 2 has for us. After that, on April 13th, we're going to be doing the Circle of Fear, which is the pilot was it Ghost Story? Was that
originally Ghost Story? They changed the name in Circle of Fear, but yeah, good.
And then we are going to do a rare Saturday show. We are going to be doing a show on April the 19th. It's going to be a paranormal into the night. We're going to have a guest.
Wow. I asked for a thumbs up. We got 1.
Oh, and that was you.
I would thank you very much from the deepest part of my heart if you would hit that thumbs up button. Thank you. Okay, Dave, go ahead.
All right. So our guest, which I will talk about now, is going to be Cliff Dunning. He is the person who runs the podcast Earth Ancients. And especially with everything going on in Egypt right now, he just got back from Easter Island like last week. Yeah. And so we're going to have all this really cool material to hang out and talk about. It'll literally be like an In Search Of episode is what I'm envisioning.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to Sundays. After that, April 27th, we have the Wild Wild West, the terror that stalked the town. That is with Dr. Lovelace. We're going to be doing another
Wild West
Night Gallery, May 4th. We're going to be doing Art Bell, May 11th. So we have a very, very busy schedule. And
did you ask the secretary? She wrote all this down, right?
I am the secretary. And I would prefer to be called an administrative assistant.
You almost made me choke. Jeez. You're supposed to go, yeah, I got in contact with her. So, yeah, no, great lineup.
We can't even afford an intern.
Oh, so true. So true. X-Files Circle of Fears. Yes, Edward. Going to be a good couple weeks here. Listen, I think every week's good. Even if it's something you don't think you're interested in, I think you would enjoy our banter if you just want to hang out. Please don't get frustrated. You and your channel has a positive impact on your audience. Well, thank you, Shakedown. I really appreciate that. I know that. Listen, a lot of people come back and watch our shows later and stuff like that too. So I get it. Thank you, Shakedown.
Yes. And if you ever want a list of all of our shows that we've done together, you can go to my channel, which you'll find in the description, hopefully.
Oh.
And I have a playlist of all the Dino and Dave programs. So everything from Art Bell, and they're listed as Art Bell, and then Columbo and Wild Wild West and Cold Shack. Go back and watch our Cold Shacks. They are so good.
Oh, Dave, I am so proud of those shows. I'm proud of all of them, but because they're all fun but yeah, the Cold Shacks, man, that's going to be a memory. And it sounds silly, but us going through the entire series on the show here, talking about Cold Shack is a memory I'm going to take for many, many years. They were fun, even the bad ones. I mean, it was fun doing the show and talking and encompassing the whole Cold Shack series. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. You know what was funny? I was thinking earlier today about the night gallery we did last week with the fear of spiders. Yes. And then the one spider that kept on growing exponentially. And I compared it to Little Bigfoot.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Because he started out as an amoeba and he kept growing. So.
Oh my God. And before we get to the second episode, what the heck's going on here? Mr. Ed, caption this and everything else I've done in the past. First of all, Dave's here for Sundays, once a week. He's a full-time teacher and he does all that stuff. He's Professor Dave. So this is fun for him once a week. So, it is what it is. But as far as me doing other shows like I used to, trivia nights and other things like caption this, and I always came up with fun things to do. When I get out of my mental rut that I'm in, after 10 years of being on YouTube and everything I've been doing nonstop for 7 years here and stuff, once I get out of that mental rut, things can change a little bit. I haven't been streaming overnights every single night. I don't think I need to. People can get together, and say hellos and do other things and all the past stuff too. But, again, eventually down the road here, I will be doing more stuff. But right now it's just almost like we call it vacation break, whatever, even though I'm still doing stuff, but I slowed down and we'll see what the future holds. So there you go. Anyways, Dave, are you ready for the next one?
I am, and I'm just putting in our marathon. We talked about having a marathon together.
Yes.
Probably date-wise May 24th. I have that down. And I think we should do it on a Saturday if that's okay.
Yes, I think that'll be better. Yeah.
So, and we'll just do maybe a 5-hour stream or something like that. It won't be like 12 hours, but
we get our mind was set and we're like, wait a second, 12 hours. So yeah, we dwindled it down, but it'll still be a long time. We'll be on the air for a while. Who knows how long it'll take.
Symbolic because that's how long Art Bell would run his shows.
Yeah, like 5 hours. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, so what the heck's going on? So here we go. We start out in a spooky graveyard.
Oh. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll jump in at the point.
With a voice saying, "Come." Okay, I mean, is that what you were getting at?
No.
Okay, so there's a voice saying, "Come," and there's just guy walking through going towards a gigantic old mansion. But go ahead. What's
That's the point. Okay, so we have the gigantic old mansion that is in the opening and closing credits of the show in this episode, and it's not just a mansion, it's Collinwood.
Yes, let me say this real quick. I know, Dave, because I saw this in the trivia. Let me read it per line. The Kingston Mansion, which is the setting of this episode and is in both the opening and closing credits of season 1 of this series, is based upon Seaview Terrace, the Newport, Rhode Island mansion, whose exterior was used for the fictional mansion Collinwood on the Gothic soap opera Dark Shadows. So there you go. In fact, the villain, the ghost, in this episode looks a lot like the vampire Barnabas Collins, complete with an Inverness cloak and hair bangs. He is not, however, portraying himself as a vampire, but very interesting. So yeah, good point, good catch, and yeah, some ties to Dark Shadows. I thought that was really cool,
especially for the time period. They were, it's kind of pop culture for them.
Oh yeah, and they were basically the opening was the van, the kids, the gang, and Scoob they've been welcomed up to Weatherby Estate
by Sharon,
her friend Sharon Tate, and they're going to encounter Manson. Did they ever encounter Manson in any of these episodes? I bet they had to have.
I'm sure there's some fan fiction.
Okay, maybe.
But, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they're going, and it's funny because they make it sound like they're going up there for swimming and tennis.
Oh, totally.
And this looks nothing like it. It looks like a rundown,
beat
up mansion.
Come on over. Let's run through the graveyards.
Yeah. There's it's a good evening of fog. Let's get a good walk in and maybe some cricket. I mean, it just doesn't sound like, but immediately they drive by and they see that guy walking across and going into the old mansion. And then they do end up heading up to the Weatherby Estate where Sharon is there. And is that her father? Did they say his name? What was his name?
I don't remember. I may have it down here. They do talk about Uncle Stuart.
Yeah, I think maybe it's an uncle, but we're going to find out that the guy that was walking through, well, we'll get to that.
The guy walking through the graveyard, that is Uncle Stuart, and he's missing when the gang gets to the Weatherby Estate.
Yeah, and we don't know where Uncle Stuart is.
We just saw a guy, walking down the street. I bet you that's him. And so they run down back to the Kingston mansion, and they run into Uncle Stuart, but Uncle Stuart's changed.
He's an old man now.
Way old.
And
how you doing?
Hey, what's going on there?
Have you seen my teeth?
What do you mean? And he says he saw the ghost of Elias Kingston. Okay. And Elias Kingston says that they took the fortune that belongs to him. Okay. So he's going to make people elder. Well, he made him an old man. And he.
Yes. And if he doesn't get the money or whatever this fortune is, he's going to turn everyone old.
Harry grew up 2 doors down from a graveyard, LO. That's pretty cool.
That is spooky.
I would have been out there looking out there every night for ghosts. I think I talked about in my, anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent again. My brothers looked out the window. It wasn't a graveyard, but we lived in this house when we were like 10. And he kept looking at, and my uncle was babysitting us. This will just take a second. And he was looking out the front window, and it looked over at another house on top of this. It was weird. It was like a house on top of a hill. It was like an open plotted hill where there was nothing standing, but next to that was a house. And he kept saying, I'm who's this white lady? Because he was younger. He's my younger brother. I was 10. He was maybe, well, you know what? Maybe I was like 9 or something. But my younger brother was like maybe 6, something like that. And he kept saying, who's this white woman? And my uncle and I went up over to the window because after he kept saying it, and we looked, and there was a white woman that looked like an angel type thing without the wings, all white, long dress, like going like this, looking off to the house next to this open plotted land on a hill. And we were just like looking, and I swear my uncle went to the phone, and me and my brother, split second, we didn't see her no more. Okay. The next day, we were told by my mom that the older woman across the street died.
Oh.
And earlier that morning, a bird flew in the window, and it was an odd night, but something we seen, and that kind of Harry brings that up, and it reminds me of that. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I've told that before on like one of the paranormal shows, but
That would have been great on Art Bell's Ghost to Ghost.
yeah, if I could have gotten through during that those times. You could never get through. I mean, you had to be really lucky. But anyways, what?
I did.
You oh, you did?
Yeah. Art actually called me.
Art called you?
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Well,
You sent him a fax and he called you up?
no. Or yes. I did send him a fax. I'm like, it's too old for faxes. But
No,
what you would do is you would write down your ghost story.
yeah.
You would fax it in. I was thinking I emailed, but no, I actually did fax because I was working as a sales rep at the time. I had a fax machine.
Okay.
And that night he called me and he said, "Do you want to tell your ghost story on the air?" And I'm like, "Yes, sir."
Is that the link we got in the description?
Yeah.
What is going on with me here
I
tonight?
don't know. And so we'll get to it. It's Ghost to Ghost 2015.
We've got the
But
okay, yeah.
yeah, but
2015. I was famous for a minute there. Dave got a little too excited.
he called me and chatted and everything like that. So
Oh, Mr. Ed. I mean, have you not listened? Have you not heard a lot of my stories on the past paranormal shows? You should go back and listen to them. Early part of my life, a lot of that went on. But anyways, let's get back to this. So we definitely come. So yes, the Uncle Stuart, he's an old man, Elias. We got all that down, stuff like that.
so they're going to keep watch over the uncle,
Yes,
and
watch 'em.
Scooby is going to have the first watch. And of course, Scooby,
Falls asleep.
he's way asleep.
Yeah, I would keep a dog in charge for the first watch.
Ridiculous.
I mean, he knows how to English and how to speak it, and
He does.
yeah, so
But the beautiful doors open up. I would love those doors, those French doors that obviously lead to a balcony, and you hear the voice.
Think them where the Louisiana doors.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
And so he gets up. Uncle Stuart does. He walks through it, heads back over to the Kingston mansion, and then Scooby wakes up and says, "Oh no, he's gone!" And he plays the bugle, and everyone comes running up. What's going on, Scoob?
Wait, how do you play the bugle again, Dave? Anyway, he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think my bugle was better than yours.
whatever.
We'll practice that and have a competition next week. Duel of the bugles. No, go ahead.
Yeah, and then Daphne comes down and goes, "Sharon's gone too." So like they're all, we better get over to the Kingston mansion. And so the next thing we have is at the Kingston mansion, there's this weird noise. All the gang's walking along, but you don't see Shaggy moving in the same way. It's because he's on roller skates.
Well, yeah, the image of them, like the video, the cartoon, you watch them all, they're all walking, and Shaggy's behind them, and he's not walking, he's like just gliding like he's a ghost, kind of gliding. And at first I'm like going, because this kind of went on and he didn't lose any speed. So I'm like, is he tied to somebody's waist? What's going on there? But no, those must got real good ball bearings, because he's just like, all the way skating, all the way with them. So yeah, that was kind of funny. He's on the skates so he could get away quicker, Dave.
Yes, that's why he wore them.
which isn't really going to work at all.
No. But as they walk by this one kind of really cool book shelf that had like glass and everything, armoire, maybe, I don't know what you would call it. It slides over, and there is the Phantom, which they keep calling a ghost, but I think he's more of a phantom. And Sharon's all tied up.
Yes, Sharon is tied up in a chair right behind the bookshelf, which is what I would call it.
Yes.
Because there were books on it, Dave.
There were.
An armoire would be holding all of your clothes and your nice suits, and maybe your collectibles and jewels on the bottom drawer that would be at the bottom of the armoire. But,
well, maybe if they moved it aside, there might be a safe.
Yeah, we need to know what that combination is on your safe behind you, Dave, to your
6:40 a.m.
Oh.
It's
it's a radio.
104.7 FM.
104.7. Yes, it's a radio. Anyways.
But then Shaggy, this is the best part. Shaggy goes over by the fireplace. He's all, I wonder if ghosts can fit into these small little jars. And he looks in, he's bending over, and all of a sudden you see this thing that's about to go up where the sun don't shine, and the guy just blows it, right? It's for like making the fire more, right? And boom, and Shaggy just goes on, and then he's like, he can't control, and then he's in a shower.
Ends up in a shower, getting all wet. Yeah.
So again, we have part of the original opening and closing credits. Shaggy's in there, water coming down on him. Oh, it's so good. So good. I love it.
Oh, yeah, I do too. It's great. But we did forget to mention that Scooby's kind of walking around too, and he encounters a bulldog, another dog.
A watchdog, yeah.
Yeah. And Velma and them, of course, says, well, something strange about a ghost having a watchdog or needing a watchdog. So,
but I love how Scooby also is able to outsmart the watchdog.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a Great Dane.
Listen, I know the size of this watchdog.
Yeah, I mean, I know bulldogs are tough, but, Great Danes are gigantic, and they're pretty rough too, man. But,
especially the ones that can speak English.
Yeah, and be on Scooby snacks, maybe though. But yeah, he ends up putting a bucket over his like a wooden crate or something like thing. One of those things you would make wine in, like a wooden
whiskey barrel.
Yeah, whiskey barrel.
Yeah, but again, you hear some, the dog gets messed up a little bit, but it ends up running into Shaggy, and they both end up in the bathtub again with the shower above them with it on.
Yeah. But then Shaggy comes out, and they're all kind of in the whatever room they're in. I don't know. Yes. And Elias, the ghost of Elias.
Yes.
What's Elias's last name?
That would be
Kingston. Elias Kingston, the ghost of Elias Kingston. He comes out and puts his hand on Shaggy.
Yes.
And starts to say again, be gone, or you're going to grow old. You will be mummified. Stuff like that. And
bring me the money.
And bring me the fortune. And I'm like going, okay, if this is a real dude, not a ghost, why didn't they jump this guy?
I don't know. Maybe it was because it was a video. A holographic thing.
It could have. What time is it? 9:15? Because that is something we definitely got to talk about. But
we do. But what
I love the next scene. Are you going to talk about it?
Oh, go ahead. It's yours.
Scoob. They go over and look. Where's Scoob? And they go, oh, I think he might be in that closet. But when they open up the closet,
you missed something though.
Did I?
Yeah, because after the Phantom goes, Scooby's walking around, or Shaggy's walking around. He goes, "Oh, was Uncle Stuart wearing a red coat and a black tie and stuff like that? I found him." And they turn the chair around, and it's him and a skeleton. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. So, and they said, "Who said that?" I didn't know they were going to make him that old. The curse has made him so old. He's He's bones.
So Velma says, that's about as old as you can get.
It is pretty funny. But yeah, and then get back to that was funny. Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
And they go, where's Scoob? And they go, I think he's in that closet over there. And they open up the closet, and it really isn't a closet. It's a huge room. But Scoob's sitting there at a dining room table having a gigantic chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Big legs of chicken, and he's eating, laughing. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? But again, Scooby Snack's involved. Anything can happen. I don't know. So then we head out to the mausoleum, right?
We do. And we see Elias walk into the mausoleum, and Freddy says, hey, Velma's got some fingerprint equipment. Go ahead and use it. And Shaggy, goes, look at all these fingerprints. And Velma's all, that's my hand. And he's all, Shaggy, try the door. And so they tried the door of the mausoleum, and sure enough, there's fingerprints. So we know it's not a ghost. We know it's a human, and they go into the mausoleum.
Well, listen, there might have been fingerprints on her anyways, because the family is around there. But anyways, I get it. Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
But it takes 4 Scooby Snacks to get Scooby to go in, but then Shaggy jumps and, like the previous episode, grabs all 4 snacks and goes in.
And he says, you guys can all come in. The closest clear. And this is funny part where they end up finding a book in there, and it says crystal. Oh my God, Dave, I can't even say it. Crystallomacy. Go ahead, say it, Dave.
That's the way it was spelled, but it's actually like crystallomancy is the true name. They spelled it wrong on the book. And
the use of a crystal ball.
Yeah, and I'd never heard that before. And they're all like, where do we find a crystal ball?
In the city, there's a Swami.
There's a Swami.
Shemp played a Swami in one of the Charlie Chan movies.
I didn't know that. I knew Curly played a Swami in I'll Never Heil Again.
There you go.
Yeah. Maha, aha.
But yeah, no, Shemp did play in a Charlie Chan. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Warner Olin and Sen Young
Chang.
Yes.
Sen Young.
Anyways, one of the early ones. It doesn't really matter.
Sorry,
you guys can always look in the credits. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, there's a Swami in the city we're gonna go check out.
Yeah.
And they also did they find the other equipment there too?
They found some of it, yes. So basically they go and see the Swami. Swami's not in. Door's unlocked. So hey, let's go looking around. Yeah. And all of a sudden a customer comes in. And it's this old woman, and she sits down. She's all, Swami, I need you. And so all that's there.
Another old elderly woman.
Scooby's got the Swami hat on. He's in this
and it means something because of the questions going to be asked.
Yeah, he's got an amulet and everything. And
it's funny, Dave.
Hey, Shaggy, throw your voice.
Yeah, they got Scooby sitting dressed up like an old crystal, Swami woman. And Shaggy's going to throw his voice. He's good at that,
Yeah.
And he's talking to telling the woman her future. And
you'll meet a young man. He'll be tall and good looking. Oh, that's great. When will this happen?
I'm happy as hell. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then she's all, Swami, I want my palm red.
Scooby paints it red with a paintbrush. Yes, I know. It's funny. And she goes, oh, I've never. No.
Totally. Doesn't even leave a tip.
No. She didn't even pay us. That's what they said. Yep. Or Shaggy did, I think. But then we get this flying table. Go ahead.
We do. That's kind of scary a little bit to me, because it reminded me a little bit of Haunted Mansion and a little bit of the woman who died. I forget what the woman who's in there, Lolita or something like that. And, the table gets up, starts flying around. And I actually had just watched Ghost Hunters So,
okay.
the table like gets up and starts moving around.
It's flying around like a ghost, and the crystal ball's got the head of Elias Kingston.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And he's hollering at them and everything else. You guys need to get the fortune.
I warned you once, or was it twice? And
Scooby, go ahead. He tackles him.
Scooby opens the door. He goes out, but the window's open. And it comes back in.
Yes, it does. And but he tackles the table and everything, and it crumbles down, on the ground. And they go, "Oh my God, look! It was flying because there's a fan underneath it."
That fan wouldn't have even moved dust.
Dave,
let alone a table.
Yeah, it was just a little tiny motor with a little fan that was flying it around, and I guess it could change direction and stuff, but no, it was just a fan.
Yeah.
It's like going to Walmart, getting a fan and putting it to your back and going, "I'm going to fly in space." Woo! Here I go.
Exactly.
It tripped me out. It was so funny. But they find the other equipment.
Yeah, stuff. In the closet they've got a makeup kit. They've got a portable TV projector type of thing.
Well, this is where I was confused, because they said they pick up a camera and they said this is a TV camera.
That's what they said. Yes.
Or used for closed circuit TV is what they said. Closed circuit TV, so that they could, I mean, I guess if you connect to a vehicle like a van, like a news crew would do with the cameras, and it could beam a signal back to a news agency that's got a tower. This is how they did it back in the 70s, and I'm sure late 60s, but 70s, 80s, this is how they did it. They would have those big, gigantic, handheld cameras, and it would have to be tethered. But this was just a camera they held, and evidently it could beam an image. They were using two of them, like a ghost, an image using this. We'd shoot the image of one person, and they'd shoot like they had Wi-Fi, Dave. There were no wires or lines connected to anything.
You're right. They foretold the future.
But that's what they did. Yeah. But nevertheless, yeah. So they go back to the mansion, and, hijinks ensues again. There's running and everything else about it.
It really is great. I mean, you've got Scoob and Shag bringing the treasure in this little treasure chest on the back of Scooby, like he's a camel or something.
Nothing still will ever beat the Three Stooges going in one door, in another door, and out the other, and then in another and out the other. That's just fantastic. I know Abbott and Costello did it too, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Big
go
Three
on.
Stooges fan.
Oh, I love it. Okay, go on.
So, they bring the treasure to Elias Kingston, and he opens it up, and it's a Jack in the Box. And he's all, "You bastards!" And he starts running after them, except Scoob and Shag run behind a curtain, and the Phantom thinks, "Oh, I've got them now," because he can see Shaggy's shoes.
Yeah.
And he punches into the curtain, except
they put an anvil.
They put an anvil. He's all, "Ow!"
Ow!
Scoob.
Yeah, so you know that he's not a ghost. I mean, I guess they knew that before, but thank you, Harry Scott. I appreciate it.
And then there's Freddy, and he's all, "Phase 2." And so the Shag's running next to the Phantom because of the camera. And then the Phantom's running next to the Phantom because of the camera. And then
they're freaking him out.
Scooby is like 3 times, 10 times as big. And that really freaks out the Phantom. But what was weird is they had Sharon with them. So somehow they found Sharon, and she escaped.
Yes, Sharon's escaped, and they're up on top of this staircase. I think it was what they were on.
I think it was landing, but it was weird.
No, it was weird. And they've got a net that they're going to throw over Elias Kingston as he runs by, and they're just going to throw a net over him. And that's what they do. They throw a net over him. Yeah.
They do. And it was weird because their plan worked.
Yes.
Normally, their plans don't work. They end up catching the bad person anyway because Scoob gets involved with something or he's covered with suds. I don't know. But it ends up, this plan worked perfectly. And so they have Elias Kingston and they unmask him. And guess who it is?
Well, they take the makeup off because it was all makeup.
It was makeup.
Yes. It's Uncle Stewart.
That's right. And
How did he fool us as an old man? Well, he's a makeup artist. So
yeah, and he had to kidnap me, as Sharon says, because I saw his wig go up, you know, and I knew it was a fake outfit.
And then they were all ready to go inside and eat Thanksgiving feast. And Shaggy picks it up, what's that called? The platter, big gigantic platter for where the goose would go. And they pick it up, and there's a sign there. It says Scooby-Doo was here. And no food is there. It's all gone. That's it. That's the episode.
It was good. That is a fan favorite.
Yes, it's fan favorite. What's it get? I think
8.1.
Wow.
Half a point higher than any Kolchak episode.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, as far as Scooby-Doo goes, I mean, yeah.
I would like us to go back. By the way, you had mentioned Kolchak earlier, and I forgot to mention, it would be fun to revisit. You know, you did that first episode, The Ripper, with Ted.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun for us maybe somewhere down the line to revisit that, or the first film.
Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, just to round out and fill out the complete everything Kolchak.
Yeah, and I would love to think what our thoughts are a year different, you know.
Yeah. No, that sounds good, man. Put it in there whenever you want. Ding! But yeah, that's it, man. 2 more episodes in the book. I thought that was they were great episodes.
They were a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun.
What the heck is going on?
What the heck is going on? I thought, like I said, I thought the animation, I don't know why I was focused on it so much, but looked a little cheap and more weird. Whereas the earlier episodes, like even I didn't mind their faces being like just like set. Like here, it looked like they were trying to put emotion in. Like at some point, I saw Fred was like making a face. Like were they working on trying to make emotions come out? It just didn't work. It looked weird, and I don't know if that was same animators or different animators just doing something different. I don't know.
Yeah, they were probably trying to get ready for 1970.
They could have been. Yeah, I don't know.
We got to update this.
Oh yeah,
cartoon.
Yeah. So how's the rest of the night here, Dave? You have had coffee, so.
Yes, well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I did. Oh my God.
God, I looked at. In fact, we'll talk about Seinfeld real quick, where Kramer gets free coffee at this one, and he just can't shut up. And Jerry's all like, "Dude, you're freaking out."
The ongoing gag in Seinfeld over all the seasons was Jackie Childs. He was a lawyer.
Yes.
And he represented Kramer. And every time he represented Kramer, Kramer would go, and he would always say, "Don't go for the first deal. Never go for the first deal. Just don't do it." They would tell him a deal. "We'll give you all the coffee and he goes, "I'll take it." And so he missed out on all the money because he wanted all the coffee. He just, "I'll take it." And then there was another one where he went to the Calvin Klein. He had a perfume that smells like the ocean.
Yes.
You know, and the one guy that he talked to, because somebody knew a friend, and he pitched him that idea, Kramer did. How about a cologne that smells like you just came from the ocean? He goes, "Who wants to smell like they just came from the ocean? Dirty water."
That's why people take showers when they come home from the beach.
But then later on during the episode, he finds out that Calvin Klein has a new line of perfume that smells like you just came from the beach. Mm-hmm. And this beautiful model is wearing it. So he goes there to holler at them and tell them, "You stole the idea." You know, and the guy goes, "Kramer, you've got quite the physique." You're very masculine. You're very, and he's like, oh, huh, and he's taking it all in. Next thing you know, the deal was, forget about all the millions I'm going to make from your perfume idea, but you get to be on a big billboard in your underwear, advertising Calvin Klein underwear. And he took everybody to see it. He goes, there I am. And it was, oh my God, he got ripped off so much and he didn't care. And that was the love of Seinfeld.
Yeah. There was also, what is it, when he was smoking too many cigars and it made his skin dark?
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, yeah.
Was there too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the Flintstones. You guys mentioned that already. Honeymooners. Yeah, it was a play off of that for the Flintstones for sure. Yeah, you guys must have just been listening to us yammer on. Let's see what the final total was. Thumbs up, and then we'll leave and we'll say goodbye to everybody.
I'm guessing 65.
Oh my God. Only 4 more is 58 thumbs up. That's all right. Appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight.
I do too.
Yeah, me and Dave will talk X-Files next week, so that'll be a little bit more serious in ways. We're
Hopefully
still yes, it'll be scary. So can't wait to talk about the X-Files next week, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button and all that good stuff. And overnight stream tonight, so hopefully you guys enjoy that all night long. And Dave, any last words?
I'm gonna go get some Scooby